Hello, namaste, and welcome, my friends. From this video, we are going to start a new series called Daily Dose of React Native. And this series will be 101 days long. Every day, I'm going to put one video, and by creating these 101 videos, my goal is to teach you enough React Native that by the end of 101 days, you can build your own full stack mobile applications. Okay, so not only mobile applications but full stack mobile applications. That means I'm going to teach you backend as well. So if you're not interested to learn backend or you're not into backend, don't worry, because I'm not going to teach you Node.js or uh, PHP or Java. I'm going to teach you backend as service called BaaS. Okay, there are different BaaS like Firebase, Supabase. If you heard about Pass Server, if you can check out my videos on Pass Server. I have created few. Okay, so in this series we are going to learn Pass Server, we are going to learn Keel, we are going to learn Supabase. Okay, and we will see if any interesting BaaS is available which we can try to learn. We will definitely get into. If you have any BaaS in your mind which you think is interesting, you can comment down below and I will check it out. So now, if you think you are interested in learning React Native, let's learn. Okay guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to install React Native and get your development environment ready to build React Native applications or mobile applications. Okay, so I will take you to the React Native site. Okay, and there's the React Native website. Okay, so create native apps for Android, iOS, and more using React. So if you have knowledge of React, it will be easier for you to adapt React Native. Okay, and if you don't have, don't worry, I'm going to teach you everything from scratch. Okay, so I'm going to teach you React as well, so you can easily continue with this tutorial. But you must have to have the knowledge of JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript is compulsory to continue with the series. If you don't know JavaScript, you can find many tutorials online. You can check out free code camp videos where you can learn JavaScript and then you can continue with this video. Okay, so if we click on get started, React Native recommend to start with Expo. So what is Expo? Expo is a React Native framework which provide us developer tools to build React Native app the easier way. Okay. Previously we have React Native CLI. If you don't want to go with Expo framework, you can follow this and set up your development environment without using the Expo framework. But I still prefer to build my production application using Expo, and I will suggest, if you want to learn React Native, Expo is the best way to start. And later, if you want, or maybe in the company which you joined, they prefer React Native CLI to build React Native application, yeah, definitely you can check it out. But to learn React Native, you can start with Expo. So there is the command which you need to learn to, which you need to run to create a React Native project. Okay, so I will copy this. I will open my terminal. So before installing Expo, you must have Node.js installed on your system. And I guess if you know JavaScript, you must have installed Node.js on your system. And that's why I didn't go there at the beginning. But just to inform you, in case you don't have Node.js installed, just install Node.js on your system before starting this. Okay. So I will go into T drive, and here I have a folder. So inside I have folder code. Here I will say practice. Okay. And here I will create a folder called Expo, and let's get into Expo. I'll clear the command. Let me increase the font size so you can easily see what command I'm passing. So if we go with this and press enter, it will ask for your your app name. Okay, and if you're installing this for the first time, first it will ask you yes or no question to install the create expo app package on your system, and you can say yes, and after that you will get this option. So I will say my first app. Okay, so right now I'm showing you the way documentation has shown us. Okay, but later we are going to remove this, and I'm going to show you my way to start a project, because I like to use JavaScript. Basically, this uh, this command is going to install a TypeScript project on your system. Now, Expo gives you default setup environment in TypeScript, but I really prefer JavaScript. So I'm going to remove this, and then I will show you how you can start your project with JavaScript. Okay, but for now, let's explore. I will say code dot. Okay, and here we go. Now, okay, I first need to go inside the project. So I will say my first project, and then I will say code dot, and it will open the project into my code editor. And okay, now you can see there are a bunch of files and folders are installed. Okay, and here you can see that these files are .tsx, which is for TypeScript. And I really don't want to teach you using TypeScript projects, so I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to show you how we can install a Expo JavaScript development environment. Okay, so let me go back using cd dot dot. Let me clear this. I will rm-rf to the folder name. Okay, rm-rf is to remove files or folder, whatever the name you will give. And okay, that is a Unix command, that's why it is not running. Let me try with this. I don't know PowerShell will take this. It is asking, yes, I want all to be removed. Okay, I'm not really comfortable with PowerShell, so I don't know how to remove this using PowerShell. Okay, so I find the command to remove a folder, and this is really I don't like the Windows command line. Remove item, and then we have to give the folder name, which is my first project, and then I have to give recursive. And still it is not removing files and folders. I don't know why. Now it is saying I don't have sufficient rights. Okay, I gave up. I give up on you, PowerShell. So let's go back here, and I will go using bash git bash and practice. So let me increase the font. Good. Okay. Now here we have a folder called Expo, and I'll say rm-rf to my first project, and boom, that simple it is using Linux commands. So really, Windows need to work out on their command line, guys. Still they are using such commands, means you have to type remove item. Wow. I don't understand these things, really. I don't like it. Okay, let's go back here, and I will copy this again. This time I will give a option here which is -t for templates. So it's going to show us different templates. Okay, and it's going to show us default different templates. So blank. So this blank is going to give us the JavaScript one, because this is TypeScript navigation and where we don't want to go with there. So we will go with blank. First step. Okay. And I will go into my first app project and I will open the code editor. Okay, so we are ready. Okay, so now we have .js. Great. So now we want to continue with Expo, because Expo provide its own router. So definitely we need that router. So I will go here and search for Expo router. Expo router, and here we are, and I will click here for quick install, and here they are giving us the steps. So we already installed this, but not this one, because we want JavaScript, not TypeScript. So I went here, and now we can install Expo router. So I will copy this. I'll go back to my command line. Okay, now I will go back to PowerShell and my first app. Else, let's continue here. This is much better. Okay, okay. Now this is better. Okay. Now we will have our terminal over here, and we will have our browser over here. Okay. So let me increase the font size. And now I'm going to install the Expo router. So if you are from web background and if you ever use Next.js, then this router is kindly similar with the next router. Okay, because it is a file-based router. Expo router is a file-based router where you can create files and folder to create your navigation. Okay, so that is much simpler. So our packages are got installed, and now we have to do few changes into our package.json. So I will copy this from here, and I will go here, package.json, and here we have Expo app entry, and I will replace this with the one which is provided in the documentation. Just done. After this, we can copy this and into app.json. Again, after slug, we don't have to replace anything but to add a new line, and we have to give here and a comma, and we can say my first app schema. Schema. Okay, that's done. And now we don't have to go with this because we don't want to build a website. After that, we can check our Babel config, and here the Babel preset should be Expo, and that's similar, and that is same for us. So we don't have to remove anything or change anything over here. Now I will just go with this, so it will clear the cache of previous project just in case. But this is a new project, so basically if you don't run this, it will work fine. Okay, now our project is started. I will press A to open the Android Studio, to open the Android simulator, and I pressed OK. Taking some time. Sometimes it take a long time to open. Windows really have this problem. It, it sometimes it's difficult to open and emulator in Expo. So I installed one extension called emulator. Okay, you can find this and go to extension, and this one you can find this one. Okay, so there are two ways which you can run the app. One is using simulators or emulator, simulator on Mac OS and emulator on Windows. And for that, you need to install Android Studio. Okay, so let me show you quickly. So you go here, install Android Studio. I already installed the Android Studio on my system. From here, you can download. Okay, and once you install the Android Studio, you can open this, and from more actions, you can click on Virtual Device Manager. And here you can create a device. Initially, maybe there could be any device, but you can create one. Okay, and you can choose any of the device you like. Once you install that, you will see your list of devices over here, but every time it is not possible to open the Android Studio and then go here and press here. That's why this extension is handy, where you can directly see your emulators over here by click view Android emulator. It will show you all the emulator and simulator if you are on Mac in the list, and you can open it manually. Okay, because Windows sometimes struggle to open this, and it really really frustrating for us to let me make some space. here we go. Our Android Studio, sorry, our Android emulator is installed. Okay, now I will press A again. I will first cancel this. Now I will say npx expo start, and we don't need C again. And then I will try to click A, and sometime it fails to open. Then what you can do is you can click over here and type this URL manually, or just copy it from here, paste it, and then click on connect. Okay, now you can see it is loading. Okay, so we get the screen and it is saying that because we have installed Expo router, this file is not identified by Expo, and it is asking us to create a app folder in which you can create an index.js, which will be the entry point for Expo. Okay, and here we will create a app folder. Inside this I will say index.js. Okay, but unmatched route it is saying, because we don't have anything inside our index.js file. So what I will do, I will just copy this and paste it over here, and now you can see app open app.js, which is coming from here, and I can change this to hello React and native, and save, and here we go, just change. Okay, now we can remove this file from here, we don't need that, and our Expo router is kind of ready. Now you can create some other files if you like, maybe products. Okay, products.js, and here I will say React Native Functional Component, and it will create the initial boilerplate. So let me tell the newbies who are watching this, who just know JavaScript and don't know anything about React or React Native. Don't worry if you're not understanding this syntax. I'm going to explain you everything. But right now, I'm just configuring the React router, sorry, Expo router, which will allow us to move from one screen to another screen. Okay, and let me change this to product. Okay, and I will say product screen. So I will copy this from here to here and quickly export this. Okay, so now we are not able to see this, and if you want to see that, what we will do, because we don't have URLs over here to quickly change the screen from the URL. So what we can do is I'm going to first remove this. Okay, and I will create a pressable button. So basically pressable is a button. Okay, and here we can say on press, router dot push into products. pressable. Okay. So you can see pressable is import from React Native. And newbies, please don't worry if you're not able to understand. Just watch for now. Go to products. Okay. And I will save this. And here we have our button. Right now it is not styled. That's why it is looking like this. But if we click over here, router doesn't exist. Okay. So I forgot to import the router. Quickly import it from Expo router. Save this, and now here we go, product screen. Okay. And in product screen also, if you want to go back, we can copy this, import the pressable from React Native, and then import router from Expo router. Okay. So what I'm doing is control space, and it is showing me the options, and I can press enter to get it import quickly. So I will say here, go to home. Okay. And click. Sorry, here we have to say, or we can say slash for home and home. Okay. Okay. Go home. Yeah. Now it is okay. Okay. So this is how we can install our the Expo router, and this is how we can set up our Expo JavaScript project. Okay, to build React Native apps, because right now by default Expo support TypeScript, and if you go with the documentation provided, it will install the TypeScript project. And if you prefer JavaScript like me, then you have to follow these steps. And in the next video, we are going to get deep dive into React Native. We are going to learn how to create components, what are components for the newbies, and what are core components, how we can create reusable components, how we can create hooks, what are hooks. Okay, in the next video we are going to get into that, and we are going to build a small project. And after showing you that, I'm going to give you a small task which will be similar to that video, so you can apply your knowledge on that app. So stay tuned, subscribe, like the video. See you in the next video. Till then, take care and keep learning.